Board of Health meeting to order for November 14th at 7:06 p.m. In the Slade offices. And just reminded everyone that this is being recorded. Alright, so we're gonna review minutes from two meetings. The 10th first, and then the 24th. Do you have copies of the meeting minutes from, oh, right here.
Yeah, I highlighted them.
Jeez. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Yeah, I apologize. Traveled to Alexandria and back on Saturday and got back last night. And tomorrow I go stay with my mom who's in the hospital now. So we will have a very busy week. Hope yours is better. Alright, so the October 10th minutes. We just had some typos and some corrections to be made. As I recall when I read those, it all looked fine. Does anybody else have any other comments from the minutes for October 10th? Judy's still checking?
No.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes from October 10th as corrected? Laurie makes the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, minutes approved tonight. Alright, then we have, okay, that goes here, file there. We have the October 24th minutes. Give everybody a chance to look them over. Any Okay, any comments or corrections need to be made for the October 24th minutes? Here I have a motion to approve the minutes as written. Lauren makes a motion, here a second.
I'll second.
Liz seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Do you have another copy of that? Next is the flu, COVID flu Maven update. And Lori would you report on our clinic that we had on November 2nd?
Yeah, so it went really well. We had people lined up before the thing was even like starting, half an hour plus ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
People really anxious to get their shots. So they gave a total of 131 vaccines. So that was actually pretty good. Some people got both the COVID and flu, and some were just doing flu or COVID. But yeah, it was a really good clinic, and it was steady. It was steady the whole night. It was just no downtime.
Right,
So that was good.
Per minute.
And I think, I think MPH did a good job. I think the only slowdown part was that they were doing everything on paper. They did not use color.
System
So
Right.
it was all paper, so by the time they came and registered and we wrote down all their insurance information and then they sat down and filled out 2 sheets worth of both sides of it, that was really time consuming. So, and I mentioned to her about using color and she said, oh, that would take too long. I said, oh, this isn't. I mean, it was, yeah. But
Right.
anyway, so that's how they're doing it.
Right,
So,
because
is what it
they
is.
get, they have a variety of shots and a variety of medicines that they claim, vaccines that are coming from different sources. They claim that was the reason. It was easier to clearly document which one
But
each
they
person
used
was getting.
if they had used color, everybody would have been, the registration process of name
Would have
Yeah.
already been in there.
would have already been there, or easy enough to put in,
Correct, correct.
along with the
Yeah,
insurance.
but that's not how they're doing it, so.
In any case,
Is what it is. Yeah, so I thought it went really well.
Yep,
I
it did.
I heard positive things from people, so.
Other than the initial backup.
Yeah, so she has contacted me, Victoria Seltzer, the epidemiologist, contacted me again since then and asked if we wanted to do another one, maybe something during the day at the senior center. So I said, well, I would talk to you guys about it and maybe the people at the senior center and see what they think. I mean,
Senior center tends to contact the pharmacy and work through a pharmacy, so they may have already had their clinic.
What was the timing, did she say?
They had a couple dates in December.
yeah, so I don't know, like a Thursday or
Mhm.
something, like during the day.
For
But
them.
in the next month or so.
Right.
Yeah, and the daylight,
Yeah.
so they're not, so it's not pitch dark, cause they didn't, getting rides and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But I didn't know if we, thought it was gonna be worth it to have them come back again. I mean, I could talk to somebody over at the senior center and see if they've
Talk to
done
Claudia.
anything. Alright,
Are you okay with talking to Claudia?
I guess so.
Thank
Is she usually there on Thursdays?
She's usually there in the mornings.
In the mornings, yeah.
Like every morning?
Yeah.
Almost every morning.
I would
that
think,
I've
I
ever
think she
stopped by
is.
there.
I think she is there most
Yeah.
mornings.
Okay.
But she has a couple of helpers that take
Mhm.
over when she's not there, but.
Okay, I'm gonna volunteer at the school again tomorrow. We've been doing screenings. So we did those all day today and I'll be back there tomorrow, so maybe I'll stop in before I go over to the school tomorrow morning, see if she's there. And take care of that, okay. We'll
The
s-
other, not to throw another damper on that, because usually the seniors like to get theirs early, like in September. But,
Yeah.
a lot of the seniors that come and participate in the programs over here are also from Barry, Rutland, and other surrounding towns. So they may have already picked up the, vaccine from their own clinics. Rutland and Barry have both had in the last week or so.
Yeah,
Last
and
couple weeks,
VHM is,
they've also
they're doing 2 a day. They're doing
Oh,
2
wow.
clinics a day,
Good.
Victoria told me, so, yeah, and they're doing all the, surrounding towns, anybody who's a member of MPHN, and they've
Yeah.
offered it to all of them, so.
I forget how many.
Well, you know what, let me talk to Claudia, see what she thinks, I mean, if it's, like, if there's no need for it, then we just won't do
Yeah.
another one.
Well, it depends on what your focus is. I mean, if your focus is gonna be open to the whole community, you're gonna try to get others to come in, or are you gonna focus on the senior population?
Probably the focus would be on the senior
school?
Sure.
So what Raya has gotten to me is that they have 0 COVID, from 10/22 to now, 1 flu case on, November 12th, and 17 strep throats between 10/22 and now. So that's a lot. It's been concentrated in 3rd and 4th grade, and she did send letters home. So strep is the big thing at the school right now. She thinks it has to do with them restarting up the bubblers. So she had somebody donate to her a bunch of cups, so she's gonna keep them by the bubblers and encourage them to fill a cup instead of putting their mouths on that bubbler thing.
Why did they restart the bubblers?
Because a lot of kids don't bring water bottles and
Yeah.
they're thirsty and they need to drink. And, you know, dehydration is just as bad as
Right.
other stuff, so, yeah, 'cause then they have headaches and they have stomach aches, they don't feel good, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
I know.
So, but she's got the cups now, so. But I mean, you know, you can teach a kid not to put your mouth on the thing, right?
Right.
Especially
Everybody
when
does.
these third
Yeah.
graders have never used one, you know? This is their first time using one.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
no.
that's right.
Yeah, they're
Hopefully
just
it's been-
learning.
It's been
Hopefully the
banned
cups
for
will help, but I
3
mean, really,
years.
just having it concentrated in 3rd and 4th grade, it kind of
Yeah.
may not be the bubblers, 'cause, you know,
Right, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because then it would be school-wide if everybody was using them that way.
Depends on what they're sharing amongst each other.
Yeah, yeah, so, and the other thing with the schools, I might as well just keep going, is, Quabbin and Hubbardston have come up with their EDF, their emergency evacuation plan thing. And it's going to be Country Hen.
What?
Yeah. I kinda said something to Raya like, that's really weird, why didn't we just use the church across the street?
Right.
And she said, I think it was the chief of police, was concerned having the kids cross the road because it would block the emergency vehicles from getting into the school, and I said, well,
Which
take the kids past it and around and up to the church. So any vehicle that was turning would be nowhere near the kids, right? But they decided the Country Hen, it's 0.4 miles away. Now, we have nice new sidewalks for them to walk on, but keep in mind, again, if it's freezing cold.
And did they speak to Country Hen with their approval?
Yes, yeah, apparently, yes. And the CAPS kids are going to, and it's not Mr. Mike's anymore, I don't know the name of it, but on the,
One stop.
on the thing
Oh,
it
that's
says
pretty
Mr.
far.
Mike's.
That's kind of far, doing.
Well, Mr. Mike's is not as far as the
I
Country
know,
Hen.
but-
Yeah, but the CAPS kids,
I
yeah.
know.
And keep in mind, no codes, and it could be 10 below, could be snowing, could be raining, lightning could have hit the building.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a thunderstorm,
Yeah.
but
And none of this.
they have all got together and made this plan, so
They
more
need to
power to
bring
'em.
this to the emergency management committee, the town committee, because I was just in a meeting with the chief of the fire department and the police department, and it was not brought up, and so I'm not even sure they know this. They say the
She said they
chief-
were there. She said they were the ones that came up with Country Hen.
I just don't see
But it's-
Country Hen as a good place to evacuate.
I do know that the spots are pretty far from schools these days. Like they're with open space and like up to a mile away. The school
And
I
then they
work at,
said
it's a mile from the school.
if kids needed to be bused for some reason, they said they were gonna bus them to Ron Burt. But certainly they can't walk there,
That's
but-
not accessible in the winter.
Like not plowed, like,
But
no.
you can't go up the hill. Once the snows comes, they don't plow them.
So I had asked Erin if, you know, somebody from the Board of Health could be invited to this. I said, you know, contact Kathy or myself or somebody and we can.
Correct.
And so, but we never got invited, and I don't know, this is a Quabbin thing. So Quabbin is making all of the Quabbin regional schools do this plan.
Right.
But according to Raya, this was the, you know, Hubbardston Police and everybody were involved in the plan, so. And they're doing drills, I don't know if your kids did it today, but they were
I don't
doing,
think they did today.
they were doing the evacuation drill
Yeah.
today. They let them put coats on this time, but she mentioned that, you know, she won't be able to.
Yeah, there's a number of problems here. First of all, each classroom should have an evacuation bag. Is that evacuation?
They have go bags, yep, each class
So
has a go bag.
it was once upon a time provided and stocked by the CERT team and emergency management of the town.
Right.
So
Yeah, they
the
have,
question
they
is,
have go bags.
yeah, so they're using the jump ropes and everything else so that the kids are knowing enough to walk by holding onto the jump rope.
No
So,
idea, I was
You know,
not.
I really have a
involved
problem
in
with
any of
them
it.
not coming to the town, like like Kathy said, how come the Board of Health wasn't, like you said, how
Why
come
weren't
the
they
Board of Health
encouraged?
wasn't involved? We're the ones that are gonna be handling sheltering, we're responsible for health, public health and all that, and yet we weren't even, no input. And the second thing is you've got emergency management, those kids are gonna be evacuated, that town emergency management, doesn't matter which town we're talking about, you know, whether you're talking about Barry or Rutland or whatever, that town emergency management needs to be involved in it. So even if it's a telephone call and can we meet so I can go over it, you know, that doesn't
I
sound
mean, or
right.
at the very least, send us a copy.
Yeah, at least, yeah,
Um,
at least.
So this was approved or this is proposed?
I believe it's approved because they were doing a drill today, so if it's not approved, how are
Did
they
they walk the
drilling on
kids
it?
all the way down to,
I don't think they walked them today, no. I think they just got them out of the building kind of thing and. I was so busy doing screenings, I didn't know what they were doing.
I mean, we all did that when we were kids, we all learned to evacuate out the building and even walk
Yeah,
down
like
the
a
street.
fire
And
drill.
even walk down,
Yeah,
no,
like a
even
fire
walk
drill.
down the street, in our drills, we had to walk down the street, you had to walk a
Yeah.
good distance away from the school. But it doesn't make much sense to walk them over to,
I think it's about space, right? It's a big enough area for all of the kids to congregate.
you're talking 300 and something kids.
Yeah. But where,
And
Where
are they,
else
and
would
yeah,
that
and
spot
where,
be?
and are the plans including like tagging which ones, like, there should be bracelets, color-coded bracelets. So are they tagging the kids as well? That's all part of a good evacuation plan.
Are they
They
going
need
in,
to-
Well,
what are they
let's, so
gonna use for
what I think we
buildings?
should do is Lori.
Going
They
into
said
the
it was-
buildings with the chickens?
So
Yeah,
they said you
that was
turn
my
down,
first thought, it's like,
No,
why
no,
are we
somebody's
sending them into
allergic.
the chickens?
they said you turn
Chickens.
down the left at the
Driveway.
church. And then on the left, they said, there's a country hen building. So like, not where the chickens are, across the street, right?
Yeah.
So there are, all those buildings are owned by Country Hen, correct?
The ones on,
They-
both are on both sides, they are.
Yeah, they didn't
So
used
this
to
would
be
be
the ones
on the
across the
left.
street, there used to be a jump rope factory several years back.
So, I, to kind of bring this in,
Yeah.
so our meeting doesn't go long, would you, Lori, ask them for a
I
copy
can
of
ask
the,
Erin tomorrow, yeah,
that the Board of Health is requesting a copy, please?
yeah.
In emergency management.
So that we can review it with, ourselves and emergency management team for the town.
Who's on the emergency management team?
Me,
Technically, I am too, because I'm
Yep.
chair of Board of Health.
Kathy, the chief.
But I'm not getting notices of any meetings, by the
I
way.
sent several to you.
So, and the,
Oh, for Coop?
No, not for Coop, for emergency management meeting.
Oh, okay.
had
so
one this
the chief of
afternoon.
police and probably the chief of the fire department too?
Travis, fire, police, Kathy, Board of Health. There's a CERT member that has indicated an interest in coming on board, and Nate.
So the emergency management team.
Me.
I have no idea if they've already met and discussed this,
Well, he didn't bring it to me.
Okay, sorry, I missed the
Okay.
meeting.
That's
Somehow
okay.
it's gotta
I'll
get
send you
tagged.
notes.
Just send me a tag. And this one, Kathy, this one. I get so many emails.
Oh, man, okay.
So we have, moving on then, Title V reports.
Well, I did update you on Maven.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
I
overlook
finally
that.
in.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, I got that.
Yay.
Okay.
And,
So, we really, there isn't much, since I went all the way back to June.
okay,
And so we had like 9 cases, 7 were COVID, and 2 were ticks. And I couldn't get in today to update it because they're doing maintenance, but, I'll get into it tomorrow.
okay.
Lyme disease?
No, anaplasmosis.
Oh, okay. And that's reportable, huh?
Yep.
Because that one's, yeah, unique. Okay. All right, sorry to overlook that, Judy.
Well, that's okay, we finally got in there to do, but at least we're pretty low in the cases, which is really good news.
Okay. Now we'll go on to, item 4, Title V reports, perk tests. The first is, 107 Old Westminster Road, which passes. Pass that around. The second one is 56 Dogwood Road North.
I wish it would say obviously somewhere on here if it was a repair or a new. Yeah, is there?
For Title V's? It's in a
Oh.
system that exists already. We're all a little tired tonight now.
Yeah. Oh, man, Ryan and I were like horrible today. Punch drunk.
Good to know they're in good hands.
Okay, then we also have 4 Rawling Woods Road in Hubbardston, which passes.
Oh.
Don't do that yet. So, is any, I'll let you get up through all those.
Want me to put that down? I'll just put it, I'll
Yes.
just put them in the pile.
After.
As they come.
Yeah.
It's Becky, very good job. Very good job.
Yeah, a lot of things written in.
Yeah, the last two have better detail than the first two,
How did we decide how many leaching trenches?
based on the number of bedrooms.
So that first one had 5 and it was 3 bedrooms. This is 3 bedrooms and it's 4. Is that just overkill?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay,
And
cause they're
and
both
some of-
at 50 feet,
Mhm.
so that one just goes extra.
And some of it has to do with the, perk test and what the soil content is.
Gotcha.
So if you have a certain kind of soil, you need to spread out and have a bigger leach field
Yeah.
for a 3-bedroom than you do if you have pure sandy soil that will drain everything through
Okay.
rapidly.
Yep, that makes sense.
Then it looks like. And still almost 4 years old. Still
Yes. Alright. Alright. Here's that one. And we have 3 new ones, is that correct?
Oh, we got 173 Gardner, that's one that you wanted the, explanation from Luke, when you listened to it, his message.
Did we have to sign off on anything still?
No, you just had wanted an explanation,
Right.
so I wrote it on there.
Thank you. At 173 Gardner Road, we had a couple questions when we reviewed the
Perk.
septic repair. And the questions were in regards to the perk test. And Nancy followed up and asked Luke for Friday for clarification. And he left us a nice voicemail, which I listened to as well, stating it's a repair perk test of an existing house. All that is required is 2 deep holes with 1 perk test, which is what he did. The holes were almost identical, so only 1 hole needed to be perked because it was a repair. And it is sandy soil, as is an old sand pit. Engineering paperwork should be dropped off in next week or so. And that was dated on October 26th. And so that is just the explanation. He was nice and followed up immediately.
Mhm.
And so that's, we did sign off on everything.
Yes.
So it's just to let you know that we did follow up on it, and that was his answers, which were great. Okay. So on the first ones that went around, is that everyone except the Title V's is reviewed? Yeah, okay. So then, that's done. And we have 3 new ones. Well, I should say they came in before after the minutes were done, after the agenda was posted.
Right.
Sorry, I am tired, apologize.
Darkness makes you feel so
let me do that one real quick. And then we'll go to the ones that just came in after the agenda was posted. Which are 86 Old Boston Turnpike. Title 5. Driver's license, okay. There's that one. Then we have 81 Ragged Hill Road that will start passing around, which are 2 items for a septic repair.
So there's an installer license, and then,
Right, so we have the installer wants
yeah, and then
a
the
permit that they paid for.
Yeah.
And also
and Phil signs those electronically.
and we have a construction permit. And on this repair, it said replaces septic tank. Okay. That's fine.
And Phil, yeah, I kept the email I had sent to Phil, so he said that he's done a lot of work,
Okay.
so.
So what we're passing around is for a tank to be repaired and to approve Tim
Guerin.
Gearin as installer to replace the tank. And Phil knows of this fellow, that he's been in business for a while. He's just now having his first
He thinks he had a license here in the past, but.
right, but this
but
is
this-
his first one
right.
for this year, so
Right.
therefore he needs a new permit, which expires on 12/31/23. So we can go ahead and approve it. We need to sign the permit. I will pass this around, just so you see that I am double signing off on all these as well. But this is what needs to be signed, okay? And you can hold that folder. Let's not lose the folder.
This is. We need to sign that one too.
Please, one.
also signing on some of these permits where you guys don't need to, because our previous, sanitarian was doing things that we were unaware of in our meetings, so I'm making sure that we have this rule now that at least one pair of eyes will sign off, even though I trust Phil completely. We are now just have this procedure where I'm just reviewing everything. And then if I sign off on it, I have looked at it. Therefore, we're in good shape. The last one here is this one.
52 Berry Road.
52 Berry Road. I'm gonna let you start looking at that. Then I'll look at it. And that's for a
Septic repair.
Septic repair, yes, I got that in late. And Phil, I
Has he-
didn't have a folder for them, so I've still gotta look for it, but he approved those. It's a change to some design, to a design,
Okay.
but I couldn't find the folder for it that we had
Yeah, 'cause it
previous ones, so.
came in so late today.
Right.
Alright.
Think our face
Can't-
does it all.
can't wait to see this.
No, yes, you probably do not.
Okay, here's that one.
I'm looking at the color photos.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go, all yours.
Well, just verifies what needs to be done and why.
Yeah, looks like some poo.
Next, we have water
That's
test
not what's the
from
like to see.
reports from Ron Burton.
Mhm.
Nice.
All kinds.
Okay.
Pool and regular water tests.
Which road is this? 613. Wonderful. Bye. Okay. Looking good. How it was collected. August, wonderful. And the final
This is
one in
going to be an
October.
expensive unit,
Excellent.
yeah,
So, reports are here.
elevated, it's
Okay.
multi-tenant.
So that's all the
3.
water testing reports for from the spring through October, at Ron Burton Village. Very quickly, the reports are fine, nothing showing up. And it's from the collection information all the way to the reports for every month is what it was done. And copy of the record of the water sampling done at the pool, the whole site, every day. Excellent. That's great, that's, the biggest thing is that we need to know that they're actually doing these things. And then that's why we have to ask for it. Because it keeps kids safe. So therefore, under state guidelines, which I certainly agree with, it's getting done. And we now have all the copies to put in a folder. It's great. Ron, if you're listening, thank you. Alright.
This is for 40-year Gardner. We had this last time, and
Mhm.
they needed to
Fill in more
they needed
information.
to the blower
Oh,
alarm
right.
triggered service call that needed to be replaced. So this is the report. I got this October 30th, so.
That's right, so
But
it said
it's
it had
saying-
failed and needed to be repaired,
Right, which.
but then we had no proof it had been repaired.
Right, it did get repaired, I highlighted it in yellow, but it does
Okay.
need to be pumped, it says.
Oh, they didn't pump it?
So I don't know who pumps it,
Well, they have to call and get someone
Yeah.
to pump it, right, like any
Right.
other system?
right, I would think.
Yeah,
But even if it's repaired, it did say it was in need of,
yeah.
It hadn't been pumped since 2018, I think, it's on there somewhere.
Yeah,
yeah, 5
Maybe.
years is too long, I mean, I guess depending on how many people are in the
So,
home, but still, 5 years.
Yeah,
yep,
we're going on 5 years.
only
Again.
because of what the report says,
Yeah.
would you,
The initial reports.
I would like, I believe we should send them a notice that they definitely need to
Okay.
Yeah.
get it
I
pumped
think-
based on the fact that there was issues and
Yeah, I mean,
therefore it
if
was
the
brought
company
before the whole board.
that monitors it says it needs to be pumped.
That
Right,
it
then-
better be pumped, and we wanna report that it has been pumped. And they should do it in a timely manner now.
Yeah, wasn't this back in,
Well, the new report is the end of October, I believe.
And they recommended 3. I like to say,
how many
How many
people are in
people
the
are using
home,
it?
how many little kids putting a gallon of toilet paper down there every other minute? Yeah, when my grandchildren are over, like entire rolls of toilet paper just go into the side.
Oh, jeez.
I go, oh my golly, guys, what are you doing?
It is amazing how fast it goes.
Yeah.
Yep, no new engineering plans to
It's
review
the
right
alarm.
now.
No.
Way back in
Yeah, I know.
I know.
It should have done something back then.
Yeah, and it said it needs to be pumped to have.
So everybody
That's
should
why-
have
that's
this.
why
Yeah,
we're
we'll wait
Yeah,
until it
okay.
goes
Yep.
around.
Yes, proof that they
Is this,
repaired it, the
I
company repaired
missed
it.
the discussion, this is the same test over and over, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the
Across
timely
time.
reports throughout the whole
Right.
summer of
Gotcha.
operation, and one final one in
So if
October.
it has been pumped,
Okay.
which
So it's
is
great.
in the record.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Need to
Yeah,
provide-
but don't we get a copy of that?
That's right.
Doesn't the town get a copy every time a septic system is pumped?
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
supposed to.
So, and as far as we know, we did not receive anything from this address.
I haven't, I don't know for sure.
So the septic records are entered by a volunteer into the computer system. And we have been behind on doing that, so it's not easily checked right now. But if they have record of it as being behind, then, we're just gonna please ask them to
Right.
get it done.
Or
on
have,
time.
show proof that they did do it.
Yeah. Okay. If you, and then the next thing is to, under old business, is to, review again the, description of the nursing position.
I have a question about this that I meant to look up. Isn't the second A in HIPAA Act? No?
I need to Google it. Okay, we can just check that, and we'll make that correction if it is,
Okay.
alright?
I'm just not sure.
So what is your question?
Where it says HIPAA Act, I thought this A was Act, but I'm not positive. I was gonna look it up and
Okay.
Right here.
So it just might be redundant.
There's a couple other edits me, this is okay. But on the first paragraph,
Okay.
to perform varied professional nursing duties and to reduce the incidence. Oh, I think that's supposed to be incidents, not incidents. So that would be CE,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Incidents of disease and promote the health, delete issues, promote the health and well-being of residents of the town of Hubbardston under the guidance of the supervision.
Okay.
That makes sense?
That reads
Alright.
better. Thank you.
Okay, the work, in the second paragraph, the work consists of the application of public health standards and the practice, or you could just say and practice probably is better, and practice of a variety of concepts, practices, specialized techniques, etc.
Did you get that?
No.
Okay. The work consists
Of
of
the application
the application
of public health standards and practice of a variety of concepts, practices, specialized techniques relating to public health of the.
Maybe we don't need the second practices, cause we just said.
Well, I wondered about that too. I was
The work
wondering if we
consists
should,
of the
if there was
application of
another
public
word,
health
but.
standards
and practice
and practice.
Mm-hmm.
of a, and then go on to the second sentence.
So we're just trying to
Oh,
figure out.
okay, so take this out.
Take that out.
Yeah.
The work consists of the application
The,
of
the work consists of the application of
public health standards and
and
practice.
of a variety of
Okay.
concepts.
Okay.
So
Do you
the
have that?
question
Yep.
is, that we probably need
That's
come up with
okay.
another word for practices, cause it seems a little redundant to use practice in the same sentence,
Right.
twice. So,
What's a synonym for practice? Just get her phone.
yeah.
There you go.
Practice.
That up.
Application, exercise, use, operation, implementation, execution, enactment, custom, procedure, policy, convention, tradition,
Procedure.
Procedures, yeah.
Procedures.
procedures,
Yeah, that, right?
For the second one?
Yeah.
concept,
Concepts,
procedures.
procedures, and specialized techniques.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's a good way of saying it, yes. And I have
Still not perfect, but it works.
Well, it's okay.
Yep.
So HIPAA does have two A's though, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely two
HIPAA.
A's.
Yeah,
So right underneath confidentiality, there should be a second A
there she goes again with her
there.
HIPAA.
It is HIPAA.
Now the last A is what?
Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act.
Portability and Accountability Act. So
So
we
the
don't
second
need that
A
second
is
A.
that.
So
we
you don't need the act.
Correct. But you need the second A up here too, wherever it was, right here, under, right here.
Oh, I had it, HIPAA. HIPPA.
Yeah. Good catch.
It's hard, it's like hippo, you know?
Alright, got that.
Otherwise, I didn't,
Those are the.
I didn't see, I mean, the other, there was kind of a lot of what we
Yeah.
talked about, and it seemed fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, I've,
And the second page, is okay?
Yeah. I didn't see, did anything jump out at you on the second page?
So we're not putting in here that, what the requirements are gonna be for the position, like a current RN,
I
that kind
thought
of
I
stuff?
had that in there.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, we did, yeah, I did have that in there when I,
Did
we
it
do need to,
get removed?
but I think it was something simple, like having a valid,
Yeah, a current license to
Current.
practice nursing in Massachusetts and to maintain it, you know, keep up with the
without
CEUs
default,
and the.
current, registered nurse, what did we, whatever
I
was
have
an
the
LPN.
original one that you,
Yeah.
that was here.
Maintain licensure?
Well, I
You
was
could just
going
say-
for no defaults, we don't want any, so it just said no disciplinary actions.
That's
Where did I put
what
it?
I copied it from.
Massachusetts registered nurse license recommended, current professional, recommended, current,
Massachusetts registered.
yeah, that should be small in the
Recommended
period, current professional CPR certificates
Certification.
as a condition of employment, Cory
Cory
check.
check.
But I think we should just add without defaults.
without who?
Defaults, that,
Oh,
that
sure.
is no disciplinary actions.
Right.
So did I miss a paragraph?
So, like you said though, if it's an LPN,
Yeah.
should we put Massachusetts registered nurse or LPN
Licensed
license?
practical nurse.
Here, hold
right.
on, we'll get it. You wanna pass that back over?
Yeah, and maybe it should say like current or up to date license.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be good.
That would be good. It's like, wow.
I missed that whole paragraph, that little
How many
paragraph.
times did I say that?
Yeah, I can, I'm looking for it,
Just
and
the
I'm like, it
important
doesn't
part
say
there.
what their
Right.
requirements are.
It got lost.
So
Got
under one of
lost.
these big, like, headings, it should say requirements, like job requirements or
Okay.
something, right? There should be a heading.
Where do you want that?
At the bottom, you can put it at the
Yeah,
bottom.
like job requirements.
So make it number 7?
No, like
no,
make it like,
no,
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 like
it's
knowledge
these
and
big-
abilities.
You have
and-
overview, this,
Oh, okay.
this.
Yes.
Yep,
And then
Job
you have
requirements.
job requirements.
okay.
At the bottom,
And
on the
put
second
this,
page.
and put this,
Put,
Yeah,
Massachusetts registered nursing, registered nurse or licensed practical nurse, license, current.
Current or up to date, current,
Current,
yeah, so at the beginning, of the sentence, current registered nurse or
Yeah.
licensed practical nurse,
Here,
license.
current registered nurse, current,
Yeah, registered nurse or licensed practical
yeah,
nurse.
Massachusetts registered nurse or licensed practical nurse with current,
With no-
credentials,
no, current and up to date. You want it up to date,
Current's fine.
current license.
Current Massachusetts.
I mean, we're gonna check it anyway, we're just, but, current without default. And then yeah, and then without default, and then, there's a difference in the CPRs, that's why we have to say professional CPR certification. And the professional,
Alright.
is that on there, professional professional
Yeah, it's a Massachusetts registered license.
Do we want it to say anything about,
Or licensed practical nurse.
current and
With
valid Massachusetts
current
driver's license, or
No,
we don't care?
we
With
can
that
hire.
default,
Everybody has it
also,
anyway. It's kind of a
current-
stupid thing to put on
also
applications.
current professional CPR certification. This is a
And
small
what else do
thing
we want?
as a
There's
condition
one more
of
thing.
employment.
Okay.
It was on that sheet.
Without default,
Semicolon.
without
No,
default,
yeah.
no?
Corey check.
No, it was
Semicolon.
something that came after,
Okay.
oh, Corey.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was a phrase about Corey,
We got it,
okay?
Okay.
alright, that will
Lori's
be.
writing it over here.
Okay.
And then it will update automatically the date anytime I change it on the form, on the sheet. So, cause I
Oh.
wrote in approved by the Hubbardston Board of Health on
Yeah.
11/14.
Well-
So if I make a change, it'll update that date.
Okay, so what have you got down there now?
so, does it look like that?
Does it look like that?
I agree we need it. All right, LPN.
Yeah.
License
LPN is licensed practical nurse.
with current license without default. Also, current professional CPR certification, Cory check required.
No. I'm probably gonna come to us having been Cory checked 1,001 times, but
Alright,
it's
part of
what
it.
required by
It is what
law.
it is.
And they should know. You know,
I
Alright.
tell you how many times I've signed the sheet.
Um,
Can I have a copy?
So, the way I would, so only 2 more meetings this year. Basically, we agree that this is how we want it written. So once it's typed up correctly with all these current, spelling errors and so on corrected, I would like to propose that, Nancy send that out to us, and that we each confirm by email back to her that we approve it. Once she gets all of our approvals, she'll let us know, I've got everybody's approval, and then I can bring it to the select board meeting. So that we're not holding it up necessarily for 2 weeks, although there's a big holiday coming up.
Yep.
That will make it a little tough, but we'll try.
Okay.
And I'm not sure when the next select board meeting is right now. It's
20th.
The 20th?
Monday.
so,
Be
What's
2
on
weeks after
Monday?
that. That would
Mhm.
be
I'm
2
thinking
weeks
I've
after
got
that, so
something
that
on
would be the week, December 4th.
Oh, by the way, on the 20th, volunteer, appreciation is earlier before the meeting, I guess.
5:30 to 6.
Yeah, so you're all invited to stop by the senior center. It usually lasts half an hour, 45 minutes max.
Dance class on Mondays.
Okay, just letting you know that you're all invited.
That's a rough time, 5:30.
It's
All right,
unfortunate,
so
it's honest.
if we get this all together, then I'll try and get that, on their agenda for that. We gotta work on that.
For the
So-
20th.
Yeah.
Really? That's, wow.
Go home and start it right now.
Yeah. That's what I was
It's,
thinking.
it's
Right
just a
on
few
that.
corrections. Get it out to us.
Yeah.
We individually confirm that we approve it.
well, that
Send
would
it
be
back to
pretty
you.
easy, if,
Yeah. Once you have it, you let us know. We've got,
and if anybody makes a correction, I'll resend it again to everybody to
Yeah.
double check it again.
yeah, and I promise I'll
Somebody
keep
will
checking.
have to be there to represent the board of health.
Oh, I am. Oh, gosh, yes.
I'll meet you there, cause
I have to,
I'm on the agenda.
okay, so I have to, get myself on the agenda. So we have to present it to them.
Alright.
Okay. So
Sounds
that we
good.
can then move forward to the next step. And I think this will work as to how to keep it moving. All right. recycling day was held on Saturday, the 4th, from 10 to 1, and we had Bella Caldera and a friend of hers as volunteers, and Lori came and I was there, and we filled that dumpster in an hour and a half.
That's awesome.
And
Oh,
then
that's
we
great.
had another
Yeah,
whole
it's insane.
bunch of things that obviously couldn't be put in at the time, extra bicycles. and
Washers,
Washers, dryers.
Grills, oh,
grills.
so many
They
grills,
brought that stuff
mowers, oh yeah, lawn
Everybody-
mowers and.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we closed up right at 1, and the DPW, Travis, and one of his workers, so I called the salvage company right away, and they came and emptied it, and then that Thursday, Bella and I came back, and the DPW took one of their big bucket loaders, is what I call them, and we just scooped it all into the bucket loaders and they dumped it in. It has since been refilled with extra metal roofing that came off of the DPW roof. I just got a text today from the salvage company that they are going to empty it
Second time.
a third time, no, second time. And
Well-
overall, it's the third time, cause
Okay.
they emptied it before we had the recycling day, and then 2 since, and we'll be sending a check directly here, to the office, afterwards, 1 check. And I said, okay.
That's great.
And people kept asking, well, why haven't we had this, and so on and so forth. A couple people asked, well, why don't we do it in the summer? Well, the one in the spring got canceled because of bad weather.
I saw that, I was looking back through my notes.
Yeah, it got canceled because of bad weather. And then someone had made, a couple people said, why don't we do it in the summer? I'm like, well, I organize it and I farm all summer, so we do it. But
Yeah.
the goal is to do it twice a year, once in the spring sometime and once in the earlier fall, hopefully earlier fall, but
Yeah.
whenever it works out.
It wasn't a super cold day.
No, it was a perfect day.
It was reasonable, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were able to have people back up on each side of the dumpster, and because Bella did it for a number of years, she gave us a bunch of tips on how to do it and load stuff in.
Oh,
And
great.
it went, and we just kept filling and filling and filling, and cars and trucks kept coming and coming, and some of them came back 3 times.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we'll be back with more stuff, and, yeah, it was steady, it was
Wow,
just steady,
that's
great.
steady. For a while, when I got there was probably a line of 5
Yeah.
trucks back.
Yeah,
I had
they
to
were
park way out
waiting.
by the road, so
Wow.
I could walk in and start unloading.
So it went really well, and
Yeah.
people want to do it again.
Mhm.
And again, the money collected goes to pay for a special dumpster that the DPW requested that we keep at the site so that other things can be handled.
Yeah, more like a construction dumpster
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so far that's how it's working, and it went very well.
That's great.
Good.
And thanks to Bella and her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Didn't, just wanted to be a friend, didn't want to.
We should coordinate around the town-wide yard sale, right? Is that in the fall?
Yeah, so the weekend after, so when no one bought their
Right.
junk,
Yeah.
you can then.
Yeah, and they've already,
The
like,
metal
cleaned stuff
Drop it
out.
off.
Well, it's just metal recycling.
Yeah, no, I know,
But
but
it
that
will
there
help.
will be some metal in there,
Right.
right, with the junk people
That's a
didn't
very
wanna
good
buy.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'll
That,
try and be
that's the fall though, right? Not the spring?
Some years
The
it's the
yard
fall.
sale?
Yeah.
It had been in the spring for a while, and this year was in the fall. So we'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but maybe.
But yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Some of the
inspection.
stuff they brought was actually working, functioning stuff, but nobody wanted it, so they just throwing it in there.
Not much, most of it was pretty
Yeah,
rusty.
that outside heat, space heater, and then there was a couple of things that actually were functioning, but it's like, yeah, who wants it?
All right, on to the inspection report. October 23rd. Did he include a bill?
It was just that.
Okay, so here's the report. But no bill, okay.
But
And
would that be the report from what you paid in the spring, or when we
no,
paid
this
it?
is the October one.
Oh,
It's done twice a year,
oh,
yeah.
So did anything ever happen with the, trying to
I
get
am,
the state to take this over?
I am not sure where we are on that because I asked Nate
Nate
to
was
help.
gonna, yeah.
And, I haven't heard back how it went this fall. I'm trying to get that done.
Yeah, 'cause that'd be really great if we didn't
For
have to
the
pay for
town.
this anymore,
For the
yeah.
town.
This is, what did we say, 10,000 a year?
It's almost 10,000 per year, the two tests
Their,
combined.
their reason is that you never know when something might show that it's deteriorated, so now there's a toxin.
Well, that's fine, they can keep testing it, but I mean, they can test it, right? I mean, they own the land,
Mm.
right?
Well, that's
Well,
the,
no.
No? I thought they did own it.
No, whether they own the land, they own that land, that was the town dump, so I don't know whether that was, I thought that was owned by the town, being the town dump.
no, it
So we
was,
had a town dump on somebody else's property?
well, it was leased to us and given permission because it was needed
I don't think that's a fact that's well known.
Yeah, so we're paying
That's my
10,000 a year to
understanding.
test a landfill that doesn't
Doesn't
even
even
belong to the
belong to
town.
us.
Well,
That's what I'm
it is our
saying.
dump,
because
and because of the way the procedure.
Yeah, we
and put
used
the
it.
stuff there.
But technically, we don't own it.
That is my understanding.
If that's the case, then maybe we can get the state to take
That
over
is
the
correct.
testing.
That is correct.
Right?
That is the action we are trying to get.
Yes,
That is
okay.
not gonna happen, but we can.
But
But
we'll
maybe,
keep trying.
maybe put in a note to check with Nate.
No, I have sent him an email just
Oh,
a
you
week
did?
ago.
Okay,
asking
okay,
how,
okay,
where we are.
great.
No, I'm slowly keeping up on things. So
Yeah,
we,
somebody is.
just confirming that, we are a member of MPHN, and that we had sent our check in, but we are no longer
Because
at,
there was a question about that, that's why.
right.
Okay.
We needed to write a letter to notify, they needed to notify Maven that Hubbardston are gonna handle their own cases.
And that
No
Judy
longer.
needed to be able
Yes,
to get
and-
on.
Right,
Well,
and
we did that.
yeah, and it's done.
Right, and the
Just
letters.
record of that still.
Okay, yeah.
It's all done.
Alright.
No, we have to go through that same craziness when the new nurse comes on board.
So this is just that beginning part of
And I think it's good to have
Right.
two people to get access.
So we have, someone who wants to participate in our.
No, that's actually the forms that you wanted to have everybody look over to
Right.
approve.
Right, someone would like to use our septic loan program, and we have, Nancy has, and I just reviewed it, but I want everyone to review the application instructions. So, one of the things that, maybe that should be, can be sent out as an email to everyone.
Okay.
To further review, just the updated application, what's needed.
That's part of it. I haven't even worked on the second part. Once it's been approved by the board, there are gonna be forms and stuff to fill out.
Right, it's because our forms were so outdated that we couldn't even hardly find anything.
That was,
And
So
yeah,
these
it's
are.
always been that way, the moment it started back in the 90s.
Right, so this is, as far as I know, the first update in the application forms and your plan on how it's gonna get done and what's required in a couple
this-
decades.
So these loans come from the state,
No, it's our money.
from the town?
No, it's our Board of Health septic program.
Oh.
The original programs back in the 90s, and I went to one of those Mass Board
So-
of Health meetings, and they had this big discussion and
Yeah,
introduced this.
you can show it to Liz and then,
And we had I brought it back to the town, and the Board of Health said, hey, this is a great idea. So we voted it in, so we got and we applied for it, and the initial was $100,000, and it's
Slowly grown for a total amount that can be used
yeah.
in the program.
So when somebody takes the money from the program and they give it back over, we're at a low interest as to the.
So we're just feeling this isn't applicable anymore, that he's.
This is the new
Just
one.
Oh,
This is the
upgraded.
new
okay.
Yeah,
updated.
But apparently there's a second part to it that's not done yet.
yeah, it's a complicated.
Okay.
package.
So,
I just needed to
I
get
was gonna
the
say,
first part
we're-
done.
so we, so again, if you would email that to all of us so we don't, and then each of us send back that we've read it and approved it, then you can start using it, okay?
Alright.
So that we
Alright,
can
cool,
keep
'cause there
moving
is
on.
the one, is the first
Yeah,
one,
good.
which I had to already do because.
Right, we're already, we've already filled out, someone has filled out paperwork for the first one. And that's the section right here.
We can just.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting to do that. And so here is the, first application part. That's the fees. First page is fees, then it's all the application information. The Title V that showed that it had failed. And, diagrams of, and who would do the.
So there's 3 quotes
There's
there.
3 quotes here on who would possibly do the work, therefore we know that we're not just divvying out way too much money. And the last section is, evidence of the current owners, information on the deeds, and tax collector form. And I will pass that around for you to look at. I'm just trying to talk through it
Because
quickly.
this you already approved.
So, so that we could do keep
I was gonna ask
the
how much
process moving, I did approve
it's gonna be on
having
background
reread
system.
everything carefully. Thank you, I appreciate that you're just being understanding about
Yeah.
this.
How many sections are there? So if this is just the first section.
This was reviewed
Right.
already.
So the
Yeah.
plan, the
The septic.
upgraded septic plan, we
Oh, right.
reviewed at a previous meeting, but now they're deciding to apply for the loan.
Yeah.
So this is the application as they are required to file, then,
A lot of that.
we need, the next part of that is, they pick who they wanna use from the 3 bids, get back to us on that.
Right.
Right, then with the
Okay.
the request for, cause I didn't see it there, the
Okay,
actual
that's
amount
what
of
it
the
is.
loan that they would
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
take. The first
Yeah, 'cause
page
look
goes over the
Okay,
total
this
in
one's the-
front,
it's
is
not
it
the
on the
best.
front?
Yeah.
I'm
Graph.
sorry,
Right
So
there.
we're working on it.
sorry, page 1, just page 1.
That one, yeah. Think.
Is that what they wanted? No, that's the estimated, they chose us,
So these were already
Grand,
paid,
Yes.
so if that's part of it.
The house.
And then,
And
Is
then
this
this
the
is
old
the
stuff or
loan,
is it the
this is
proposed
the,
new?
this is the
the
bid.
one that
These would
they
be-
accepted.
That's the, yes, that's the
Okay.
lowest bid, so everything together would be that.
Right, okay, so
Oh,
on
this is
page
the
1
repair,
is what
right?
we've collected
Yes.
and what is the
Okay.
total
So it's-
estimated loan.
Okay.
But we need to have them sign
Most likely they would be.
that that's what they want.
The new.
Some people will say, I don't want the
Where's-
full
where's the new
amount.
system?
Mhm.
Where's
I
the
only
new
want a
leach
loan
field?
for
Most of the time
2/3.
it's the new
Right.
leach field.
So we still should have them sign a page,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, I can create.
Cause
like
I
this should have
I
a
know
picture
when I
right on the
first
last
came on the
page of the
board,
sales system.
that actually happened, cause I was the new one on, and I was listening to how they handled that. And the person came into the meeting and said, I don't need the whole amount, but I do need about 2/3. And this is what I wanna take out on the loan from this special fund, septic fund.
Yeah.
The new.
Yeah.
So, what we just
So here you
looked
go.
at
There you go.
was section 1 of the community septic
So
program.
maybe this
Right.
is
Right.
the new proposed one,
What's,
and this
is there
the
a
old one?
section 2?
Yes, cause there's a whole part
It's
that,
his house.
where it has to go to the registry of deeds, once
is his
everything's
house.
improved.
I
it's
don't know
gotta go.
This is
what I
going
was
this way.
expecting, but that is
This
not the
way.
number I
So
was
that looks like it's going this way.
Mhm.
Coming over
Things are
here.
expensive.
Mhm.
Right, so
Yeah,
this must be
they
the
are.
old leach field,
So
and then they're gonna put it
Okay,
this
so
way,
the,
cut down trees and do.
the septic plan that we already approved is here.
That's a rough
This
road,
is the
that's a
septic
rough area.
plan that we already approved previously at the previous,
Oh, okay.
we already approved that, at the previous meeting, but this is the actual application.
Here, can you pull back the top?
That's the amount that we
Page
have
1.
in there right now.
Right.
I think that's well, within
Okay, so that was,
from September, I think, whenever that was printed.
that was section 1, there'll be a section 2. Is there a section 3, or just 1 and 2?
I think just 1 and 2.
Okay.
Correct.
But that comes
It didn't
after.
used to be that.
After
Because it
this
has
Yes.
to go
It
to
didn't
the,
used to be,
to the, registry of deeds and so forth.
Gotcha, okay. But we have to approve this part for them to
Yes.
move forward.
So-
Yeah, they're almost starting.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's, this is the amount of money that we have right currently?
in the September fund, in the
Yeah,
loan
the-
fund.
Yeah, as of the end of September.
And
See
do
that
we-
yellow highlighted
good.
amount? Okay.
Yeah.
Help it.
Okay, can you pass that around?
Oh,
Let
and do
Liz
we,
see it?
do we know what the, interest rate that they will be charged is, or we don't know?
you know,
Um,
$30,000 in debt.
I know.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was still questioning, what is the interest rate?
I can ask that to,
It should be pretty low, right?
it is, I think,
3 point
Bobby
something,
has
I
that
think.
answer that.
I don't know.
Is it like a percentage of the current?
Mary, the new treasurer. We have to ask the treasurer, we're still, that's the only thing outstanding that I can't tell you.
Okay. I didn't know if it was
Because
like
it's
a
all
percentage
kinda
of the
new
current
to all
going
of us.
rates, like loan rates, like is it a, like a,
The town is a
percentage of-
lender, I guess at some point we can like lend
Change.
it at the rate that we want to as a town, but I think there is a charge or something, that they go by.
I mean, it's supposed to be low interest to help,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
And I think in the past it's been, well, I don't know, I haven't followed it for a while, but it used to be somewhere around 3%.
Mhm.
It's what I was gonna say, 3 to 4% was what I recall from the one case that came through when I first came on the
Yeah.
board, like 8 years ago,
We do have a
approximately.
possible second one, so.
Oh, good. We should use,
So,
make it available.
Mhm.
I would like to, make a motion that we approve, the septic, section 1 of the community septic loan for address,
31 Crossroad.
for 31 Crossroad as written with, as it's written, but, my caveat, I guess is the word I'm looking for, sorry, I'm tired, is that I want a, letter from the owners that in fact, the amount, the total amount listed is what they want to borrow, because they don't have to borrow that much.
No.
They can borrow up to the maximum amount of the repair job, but they don't have to, so that I just want a written letter of confirmation that that's exactly how much they
But
want
we
to
know
borrow.
that that's the total amount.
That's the total amount that we could possibly loan them,
Right.
is the
So
low
at this
bid,
point, we're approving their
The ma-
application
yes,
for
The
the
total-
loan,
Up
for the
to-
loan
Up to
program.
that amount.
up
And,
to that total amount,
yeah, with the caveat that they would come back to us with a
confirmation.
So does the town
confirmation of the final.
Pay the bills, or do they pay, you know what I'm saying?
No, they pay,
They get the loan amount.
they get the loan amount and they're required to pay and.
So they pick one of the 3 bids.
They have
and
selected
then-
it.
So they
And
get
then
the
we
final.
base the loan amount on the bid.
What,
Here,
what the
here,
final
yeah.
total
Give
is.
me that page 1 again.
So
It sounds like
could
up
be,
to that amount.
could be less.
Up to that amount,
Wait,
right.
here's the fees that they've paid, this
Yep.
is, of the 3 bids, this is the one they chose.
Okay.
That's the total of all of this. That is, would be approving a maximum of $54,175.
And that is the lowest bid.
And that is the lowest bid.
If they choose a different bid, then they have to have an explanation as to why they're picking
A
one
different
that's higher.
company to do the work.
Right.
But right now, for them to move forward, they need the board.
They need our
They need
approval.
this.
So
approval.
I'll make a motion that we accept,
This,
their
Their
application to the septic,
loan program.
loan program. And with the understanding that final numbers need to come back to us.
I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, okay.
That was
Get
written.
Okay, keep
Then
that
at least they can
all
move
together.
forward.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
So
that's
there
what we're working
was-
on.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Here's your
working on.
folder.
I'm a little protective.
Yes, keep the folders together. Alright. That's section one was, under our agenda, the section one thing was the forms, and then the next part was this actual case. Alright, under unexpected subjects, I just wanted to state that I have two inspections, one residential kitchen and the school to do, and then I need to contact an inspector from another town to come do my kitchen. And then we are completed on all foods inspections for this year. I did not do Riata because they closed a week early, and I didn't know that, so. The second thing on that is we need to work on getting the letters out to everybody for 2024 now, the application letters. And because I didn't get to that second one, they won't have to pay for 2 next year, they'll just pay for 1, because I didn't get to it. I honestly didn't know they were closing a week early this year than other years.
I think they had a hard time this year. There were a lot of rainy days.
Yes, a lot of rainy
Yeah.
Saturdays.
So, yep, so that's something that we gotta get going on, is getting those typed up for all the applications and stuff.
I have an unexpected subject.
Okay.
So the EDS drill email that we got.
Oh, yes.
November 7th, did that only go to you and me, or did that go to everybody?
I don't think I saw that.
It should have
It
gone
looked
to
like,
everybody.
it looked like it didn't go to everybody.
Oh, I'm
You said
sorry.
November 7th?
Yes,
So,
November 7th, so.
I was in Agawam, so.
Oh, it went to Kathy?
I thought I forwarded it to everybody,
And
no?
me.
Oh, no, I didn't
Oh,
see
it
that.
went to Board of Health. Board of Health, is Board of Health Nancy, or is Board of Health the rest of us? I don't know what that is.
It's like just Kathy and
And you?
no, it's got your name on it, but it doesn't have mine.
What is it? Was it? I remember the
So-
subject. Because
So
it's.
EDS setup drill is the subject.
No, I don't know.
From November 7th is when I got it. So this is from Jamie Terry of the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Planner Office, blah, blah, the Worcester. And she's looking, do you remember last year, was that last year? She
Yeah.
came and walked
She
it
came
with us
to
through the
walk
gym
through
and all
talk
that.
with
It
us.
was after I
only
came
10 minutes.
on
Mhm.
board, so.
Maybe.
It was 10 minutes
Right.
long.
So she's looking to start putting a plan together, for our EDS setup drill for this grant year, and she's asking us like what we envision.
I thought I sent that to everybody.
Usually she drops one in my box, 'cause she knows who I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
she's-
would you, Lori, would you forward that back to Nancy as a reminder that it needs to go to everybody? I thought I had.
And yours is
Inspect.
inspect.
So, and so I would like to say that before we make any decisions on that, we get, let everybody make sure they see it, and so we
Okay.
can decide on it at the
Yeah,
next meeting, okay?
Cause she's putting out some
Yeah.
ideas and stuff, and I
Yes,
just don't know
rather
what we
than-
wanna do, so
Well,
that was.
we can't really make a decision till the others see it, so
After
the
at
first
the
of
next
the year.
meeting, so we'll table that till the next meeting for a decision.
How about table it to 2024?
Right, well, wait, that's,
That's what
Well,
she's
you gotta
trying
get through
to-
the holidays and all.
right,
Yeah,
I'm
she
leaning
said-
towards saying that as well.
Yeah, she says, I usually like to try and meet and hold these drills in November/December.
Well, forget it. It
And
ain't
I was
happening.
looking at it going, whoa, it is halfway already through November,
Right, so we're going to, in general, last year we did it March.
Yeah,
We
I
did
don't,
it
I
in
think we
March.
March,
did.
April, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Somewhere
so I
around
mean,
there.
but
So
we
we'll
do need to get
probably-
back to her because
Yes.
she reached out and
Right.
we need to
Yes.
kinda discuss
So,
and take care of that.
Yeah, but we're not gonna
Um,
discuss it till the next meeting, for sure.
How often do we have to do the conflict of interest law training thing? Because I got something saying,
I got something
you
saying-
haven't done that, blah, 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 and I'm like,
But I
yeah, I
had.
did, do you have to do that more than once? Or is that like a one and done, like once you get
It
elected?
was
No,
every
every
2
2
years,
years.
Every
but I
2
did
years.
it a year
Every
ago,
2 years,
so
but
I don't know.
have I been on
But
2
there's a second
years?
part to it.
What?
So you need to, there's a second part that you have to go in, and I don't know if it's.
So I do need to do it again, you think,
You don't
cause
need
it's
to,
probably
I
been
don't
2
think
years?
if you need, if
For
it's
me?
been 2 years, then you need to do it.
Yeah.
You can
Golly,
check with
again, that thing is
Candace.
such a pain in the butt.
Hey.
No, it seriously is.
It's
But
very
just-
tedious.
Yes, it's very tedious and
Yeah.
boring and horrible.
Boring
and-
as heck, yeah.
Yes, and
But
I
you-
had to do it for the schools, I had to do it for, you know how many times I've done this thing now? And every time I like dread it. It's like, I had to work for Fitchburg State, I had to do it for them, I went
You
out-
can always just check with the town clerk.
Yeah, check with
Yeah,
Candace.
maybe just bring it in your certificate and say,
And it could be just, cause there was somehow there was a part I missed or something, it was the second section. And it wasn't going through the whole thing again, you just had to answer a couple of questions or go through something and then.
But
Yeah,
if
they
it
have,
has to
like,
be
a
redone
specific
every
for
2
different
years, then maybe I
positions,
do
right? Like
need to.
teachers have a
You do.
specific
I don't
little
think-
section, I think.
I don't know if they do, I don't know if that was it.
Just
But
check,
check
if
with
you,
Candace and
check
she
with-
can
yeah.
let you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
get
both
get
of
back
them.
to us, cause we're probably all in that same boat.
Well, they're sending me nasty emails, so I'm like, oh,
Is it from the town clerk?
No,
I think it was from the ethics.
it was,
like the
yeah, it
part-
was like no reply was the,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Massachusetts
she would be able to
No,
tell
she-
you.
conflict
tell
of
you-
interest law training, did you forget about your ethics training?
No.
I don't think so.
So
What
usually,
list did you get on?
I don't know. Look at this.
Yes, I see.
I don't know,
So,
just check with the town clerk whether you need
contact
to do it again.
Candace in the town clerk's office if you have any questions, so Candace's
Well-
stuff is right there.
Okay, so, but you need to check to see when your last
And then
one was.
log on to complete my missing assignments.
Okay,
Um,
alright, yeah.
The other email we got was a local public health survey.
Oh, yeah.
Does that need to be done by all of us or
No,
one for the
No,
town?
it's done, I did it.
Oh,
Done.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Done.
you. And then there was a FEMA elevation certificate that was emailed to
I
us,
handled
11/2.
it.
You did that too?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a godsend.
I
All
handled
right.
that too.
I'm like, all these emails keep coming through and I'm like,
Well,
oh man,
there
I'm gonna
were a
ask about
lot
that,
in the
I'm
last
gonna ask
couple
about
weeks.
that.
Yes,
Like,
I-
ew, another one from Nancy, what is she doing?
No, it's just
I had
letting you
80
know what's
emails
going on.
From Thursday.
She just
80.
keeps forwarding them,
Wow.
forwarding them, I'm like, ugh, I don't wanna look at
Legal
this.
sends out at least 2, sometimes 3 a day.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff I just delete.
So that's why
Surveys and-
when we have a meeting, you've gotta tag me somehow. Cassie, alert, pay
Yeah.
attention. Cause I go through them quick.
Put it in bold.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
So complaints, we
Warning.
don't have any new complaints.
Nope.
And,
I think we're doing a fabulous job.
No one
And
is
then we
complaining
have
about
turnover.
us whatsoever.
so these are the deposits, yes. So the turnover for, October 31st. Total amount, $2,060. Okay, I'll just pass that all around for everybody to look at. And the warrant
quantities
that.
for how many years?
I think only until they do the, what do you call that?
The warrant?
No, I think that is,
The audit?
the audit, thank you.
Woo-hoo.
Once the
I'm
audit
not that
is,
asleep yet.
once the audit has been completed, I think you can get rid of them. I don't, but.
And this is showing, the page that was submitted for the dumpster fee, and then for our sanitarian, and all of his bills are on the back here.
And if they're not, then the date, I check everything to make sure that the date,
Matches with the work
well,
he did.
yeah, when it
She
was done.
matches when the work is done.
Okay, so it's just Phil and nothing else. Okay,
Did they hire a clerk for the
we don't need to
building?
sign that one, right? No?
No, that's me.
They had a.
No, it's for zoning, planning,
Landing.
and, no, zoning, planning, and Concom.
All
They
right,
should speak.
so, anything
That
else?
make your life
I
easier.
think that's all we have for this evening.
I think you guys have to sign this, though.
I am,
Yeah, but I think you all have to sign it.
What do we do?
is there 4 lines?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you sign on the left.
I
I'll leave
signed
the
up on
top
that.
line over on this side empty for you, Laura.
Sorry.
By all means,
Yeah,
sign
I
right
also
there.
started signing my maiden name, which is.
Wait up over there,
Yeah.
Liz. Wait up.
That's all right, every time I go to the bank, is it an apostrophe with? Hold on, with the apostrophe or without the apostrophe? I told Rebecca today, I said, I'm changing it to Smith. She laughed. So that's it?
That's it.
We're done?
I would like to call a meeting to adjourn, at 8:40 PM with currently, the next meeting will be Tuesday, November 28th at 7 PM.
28th?
Yes,
Okay.
here
After
it's,
Thanksgiving.
yes.
I won't be here. on the
Okay.
28th.
You skip it,
Can you attend via Zoom or
Oh,
not?
I can
November
No, because this is
try.
the second and the
Okay.
I
I
think
fourth.
she
can't
said
guarantee, but I can
December.
try.
No,
So
second
I
and
set it
fourth.
up, I'll just be home alone with the kids, but I
Yes.
think it'll be fine.
Well,
I can try.
we can alert you.
I know
Well,
I'm
that's
not
not
gonna be
good.
in
Yeah.
town on the
Oh,
28th.
Well, if Liz isn't here and you can't be here, we may not be able to meet.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Yeah.
might be able